Good evening to everyone on the page, and I'd like to say welcome back to another session with me. I'm your host, Annie Kwachi. Okay, so we had a bit of a Q&A, and I was really quite impressed with the questions that actually came through, and I could tell the interest that had peaked among group members, especially concerning the critical skills list. And so I thought I'd do a follow-up video just to brush up on the critical skills list that has currently been issued, and also to give a bit of an advice to anyone out there who is planning to bring an application to the VFS through to the Department of Home Affairs, and so that we can all strengthen and produce quality applications which will not lead to rejections. So once again, thank you for sending your questions through, and also to those who send their questions through to my DM. I appreciate it. I did send feedback to all of you, and I say let us encourage more of these discussions. As we are aware, February has ushered us into this new dispensation where currently critical skills list has been revised. And so it is a matter of complying. Compliance is the key. You need to comply to the T. As I always say in my videos, or as I always say as an advice or write on the group page, you are not before the adjudicator. The decisions that are taken by the adjudicator is taken on the basis of the documentations that you provide to them. And this is a place where you are not there to defend yourself. So the best you can do is to provide as much information as you can, including even those that have not been requested of you, so that where there is doubt, the balance will turn in your favor. So we're very much aware that the current critical skills list has been updated, which is now the current 2022. You need to familiarize yourself with it. You may have had your skills as part of the critical skills list on the 2012 list, and you need to find out for yourself whether your skills is still on the new list or whether your skills has been taken off the list. There's also the technical report of 2022, which you need to also familiarize yourself with, so that if there any documentation, if there any information which must be provided, you don't feel left out or you don't sound ignorant about it. There's also the checklist, the revised checklist, which you need to comply with when you're doing your submissions. So you make sure that everything on the list, you'd have to comply. On the revised checklist, there are three things that I picked up. Now that under the current critical skills visa, it is no more considered as granting you a 1 year to go look for a job. You must have been offered a job, a temporary job offer contingent on a start date. So you must have a job before you can apply for your critical skills. The extra compliance that those who are seeking to apply for the corporate manager positions and the directorship positions would also have to comply with. And so you need to be very much abreast with the new changes. There's also the what we call currently as a yesterday, there's now the National Labor Migration Policy, which is being tabled. It's on the Department of Higher Education and Training website. You can have a look at it, and of course, yesterday also, um, the country, or I'd say the department, is looking at introducing the quota system, which would actually inform the public of what kind of jobs foreigners can undertake, and then to the nationals, South African nationals who employ foreigners, the kind of areas that they can employ foreigners into. So I'll say that in the workforce, in the work market, a lot of things are changing. The divide between employment, the divide between temporary visas in order to seek work, and the whole atmosphere of immigration is changing drastically. And so, purposely to my critical skills um, visa category applicants, you really need to take note of this. And also, most of you has asked the question of, as a critical skills holder under the previous critical skills list, what are my chances when it comes to permanent residence applications? So, because you are now going to apply for a PR, you have to make sure, first of all, that your list is part of the new list and that you have also still complied with the 5 year period of work, because you need to provide all the necessary requirements. I know that as of yesterday, one of the things that came up was, why will they need a letter of good standing, which is meant for the employer, from you, the critical skills holder? It is called employer compliance. On one way, common sense will tell us that it is to protect you, the incoming employee. If you are in the know that the employer employing you registers and pays out compensation fund and also pays registers you for URF, you're in the safe. So we shouldn't overlook compliance when compliance is to the advantage of the working class. And so I wouldn't want to delve so much into it. I'd say let's put that into rest. But all I can tell critical skills visa holders or those aspiring, prepare your documentation in such a way that 90% chance you have a pass. You're going to receive your critical skills. That is the reason why I set this group up. I want skilled and experienced professionals to come into South Africa, take advantage, grab the opportunities so that you can also share your skills within the communities that you're going to be working in. And this is the whole idea of how the group actually started. And personally, that has also been one of my visions, to ensure that I'm able to assist the skills and the professional foreign workforce who would actually come and legalize their stay, take on opportunities that are available in order to ensure that they have a better life. So, congratulations to those who have actually done the applications or those in the process of doing the applications, compiling your documentation. I think it's a great opportunity for you. And yeah, send me feedback and I'll say have a good evening. Bye.